Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and there's a ton of stuff that you need to know before next week's update for the 10-year anniversary. So let's just dive right into everything that you need to know so that you can be best prepared for the update. Now, the biggest one here is they're actually changing the update schedule by a day. So this is pretty big for people who get, used to the pattern and the routine of when the maintenances happen. They usually happen Tuesday nights, Eastern time or Pacific time, into Wednesday morning at like 2-3 a.m. Wednesday morning, which is like, 2-3 in the afternoon on Wednesday for people in Asia on the other side of the planet. That's not the case. They're rolling it back literally 24 hours. So they're actually doing it one day early on Monday. They're starting Monday, this upcoming Monday on the 28th at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure that you don't do your dailies after the reset on Monday, which may be Tuesday for you, depending on where in the world you are, or maybe it can't be Tuesday. No, I think it can be Tuesday. Anyways, just, one day early, the 28th of April, whenever that is for you. Don't do your dailies if you want to save stuff to, unlock potential, or you want to save for other game modes that might be out there, attempts at different kind of content, whatever. We'll see more when we get the patch notes, and judging by the fact that this is happening early, we may also get the patch notes early, because usually the patch notes come out Tuesday around 1 a.m. and that's when the update's going to be out. So for sure the patch notes have to come out sooner. I expect the patch notes to actually come out Monday in the wee hours of the morning, like Monday at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. rather than Tuesday. So I'll be live here on Monday night or Tuesday early morning at about 4 a.m. Eastern is when we're going to be live, and I'm gonna see how I feel. I really want to do a 10-hour live stream for Marvel Future Fight's 10-year anniversary. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hang on from 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. I'll try. That would be fun. I can like record a video live as well when it's going on, which is always pretty fun to do during the live stream. But if not on that Monday, then the next day on Tuesday, I'll try to go live and do a 10-hour live stream, or maybe Wednesday, just to have fun. No specific reason other than just the 10-year anniversary. There's lots to do, and I just think it would be fun to do something like that. So that's the biggest thing I want to talk about here, because it's a day early, so it's really easy to miss it. It's really easy to get tripped up. They don't normally change it, but just keep that in mind. It's very, very important to keep note of that. Second thing is, a lot of people have been reporting that the Thunderbolts coupon code is not working. That gives you a Thunderbolts 6-star hero chest. I don't know if Yelena can be in that hero chest. That would be kind of crazy. But yeah, the coupon code does not work. They confirmed it here. Well, during the live stream yesterday, they confirmed that the coupon code on the live stream, Thunderbolts, does not work. It's not like giving people the reward properly. So they apologize for this, and they're going to basically send the reward to everyone manually. So don't worry, you don't have to try to input the code for them to know that you tried, for them to give it to you. They're just going to blast it out to everybody. I don't know, today, tomorrow, sometime soon. So don't worry about that. In addition to that code, though, there are two other codes, and those codes do work. The two other codes are Legendary Heroes, which gives you a Tier 2 selector, and it's valid until the day after the update, or I guess the update. And then the other one is Endless Evolution, which gives you a Tier 3 material selector chest, which is quite nice. So that gives you like free CCF or Titan component packs or Essence of Dimension. So that is also quite nice. And again, these are all expiring on the 29th, so make sure that you apply them right away. There's also a secret fourth code that somebody found. A lot of people found. Kurt found it for me. Found it for us on the Discord. And it is MFF 10 year. If you put in MFF 10 year, all one word, but 10 is like the number 10, you get a 10% web shop coupon. Yeah. I don't think that you should do this right now, because the update's not the update's not live. There's probably better web shop deals to come. And B, I don't think they were supposed to activate this code so early. I think it's supposed to, go live with the update next week. In addition to all of that, during the live stream, 3RL revealed that they're going to be converting and transforming all of the separate fragments, the story mode fragments, into one unified fragment. And there's just going to be one chest that you open with these fragments. Now you're going to be able to convert your fragments into these new fragments later on. So you're going to be able to take the old fragments and convert them into the new fragments. We don't know, though, if the old system that we currently have right now is better or if the new system is better, because in some ways collapsing the rewards is good because it frees up a bunch of inventory space that you have taking up like 20 different fragments is now just going to be 9. But in addition to that, it can also be bad because some of the fragments for some of the chests are really good, like this one that can drop CTPs, or this one that can drop P cards and other stuff. And then some of them are not as good, like the chest that gives ISO. And if they're putting all of those rewards into one chest, then it's going to really confuse things, and it's going to really reduce the drop rates to, like 1% chance to get anything good, or probably less than that. Who knows? And so we don't know what they're going to be, but there's also a chance that they make the chests better. I was trying to open up the chance there, but you can see the chance is already quite low to get certain things. It's going to be, it could potentially be shaved, down to a tenth of what it was. But at the same time, there's a possibility that these fragments this new chest with the new fragments could be better. Maybe they're going to filter out some of the bad rewards, like the ISO and whatever. Maybe there's going to be better odds. And so my advice to you is twofold. One, start farming all of the fragments now. I actually did this already for today. As you can see, I already farmed up all 4 of the ultimate modes, which I normally do not do. They've all been claimed. I normally skip the Dimensional Clash because it costs too much energy, and then I skip the True Shield because I don't need ISO. But I'm farming them all now, and I'm going to be doing so tomorrow and the next day before the update, in order to get as many fragments as possible. And then the idea is look at the patch notes and see what the new chest looks like. And if the new chest is worse, spend all of your fragments that you want to use, right? Open all the chests with all the fragments that you want to use ahead of time. Like, for example, I would burn up all of these for the All War, and I would burn up all of these. But if the new chest looks better, then save all the fragments, don't open them, and then wait until after the update. We're going to need to see what it says in the patch notes and the details there to really know. So I will cover this in my patch note video. I just wanted to give you guys the heads up so you start farming this ahead of time, because I know some of you guys don't farm story mode at all, or I know some of you guys only farm the two middle ones, the All War and the Future Ends Here, and those only drop 7 fragments among them, 4 for the All War and 3 for the Future Ends Here. But the lion's share of the fragments actually come from Dimensional Clash, right? You got like 12 stages or something like that with dupe fragments being dropped for 1 and 6 and 5. And so you can end up having a bunch of extra fragments. And who knows, they might be generous and let us convert these fragments 1-to-1. And so it'll be super valuable even to farm this one in case the new chest with these new fragments is actually way better. Like if they take all the tier 3 stuff out and it's just like ISO, Odin's Blessings, P cards, and CTPs, obviously that's like kind of well-wishing. That's a bit too optimistic, but I'm just saying there's a possibility that the new fragment chest will be better. And at the very least, you get 50 extra inventory slots for free. And additionally, it'll save up. It'll free up another like 5 to 10 slots because it gets rid of all of the other fragments and just replaces them with these 1-to-9. And then finally, just generic advice that I don't often repeat anymore because I don't do as many of these videos before updates to get players ready. Just hoard. Play as much content as you can. Grind out the game modes. Hoard as many resources as you can. Hold off on spending gold, spending other resources, especially crystals, tier 4 materials, because there's a good chance that this update is going to feature some, meta shifts and some new focuses that you may want to jump on, whether it's Yelena, whether it's Red Guardian, Sentry, etc. So my advice is always, when you're approaching an update with just a few days left, especially with the patch notes just around the corner, just hold off. Still farm all the content, absolutely, but just hold off on farming, on like spending any of the resources. Just farm. And then when we get the patch notes and we see what's up, we can make more informed decisions so that we can, boost our accounts even faster and more easily and enjoy the game as much as possible. Anyways, hopefully this video has been helpful to you guys. I'm super excited for the anniversary update. I know there's tons of more content to cover. I'll have all of that content for you guys shortly. The uniform buying guide, the optional uniform buying guide, bingo, all that stuff. We will do all of that once the update and once the anniversary kicks off, and leading up to it as well. So don't worry, keep it locked on the channel here and subscribe if you're not already. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.